Good morning, students. In our last video clip, you have learned about various mathematical library methods. Today, we will do practical to revise these mathematical methods. So, let's start. Practical. Open BlueJ, create a class Hello. Now double click on Hello class and delete the predefined text from here and write the program to use different mathematical methods. First of all, we write public static void main string string args. After that, here we can use different mathematical methods, and to display result we just use a system dot out dot println and call the method math dot. Suppose first of all you have to find the value 2 to the power 5, then you can write like math dot pow under bracket 2 comma 5 bracket close and again bracket close semicolon enter and close the curly bracket of main. After that, close the curly bracket of class. This is simple program in which we have used math.pow function to find the 2 to the power 5, and we can use like this. To execute this program, just click on compile button, and after getting the message class compiled, no syntax error, just click on close button. Now run this program by right click on void main. OK, it will display the result 32.0, that is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Yani 2 is multiplied 5 times. As we seen, the result is in double data type. We can store this result into a variable also, like this. Close the output window, open your program, and just copy this statement from here, Control C, and create a variable double type, double double, suppose r equals to. Now paste the statement here. Now math.pow 2 comma 5, that means 2 to the power 5 is calculated, and the calculated result will assign in variable r. Now in this way you have to write only in system.out.println r, because the result is already stored in r. We have to only print. Now compile the program and run again. Void main. OK. Again the result is 32.0. First time we have just used the math function in system.out.println, and in second step we have stored the result in a variable, and after that variable is shown to the user. Now clear this output and change in the program to use a more different method. Suppose now if you want to use a square root method, then change it as square root sqrt, and it has only single parameter. Just write 5. It will display the square root of 5, or 2. It will display the square root of 2. Just compile the program and show the result. Void main, OK. 1.4142135623. What is this? This is the value of root under 2. In the same way, if you want to display the cube root, clear the output again, open the editor and write here CBRT. CBRT stands for cube root, and here write any value, suppose 125. Now it is displayed the cube root value of 125. Okay, as we know, the cube root of 125 is 5.0. Now clear the screen again. Now for rounding methods, we use all the three rounding methods, uh, math.ceiling, CEIL, and the value is suppose 46.2. We can take this value as a variable also. Suppose before this line we add double a equals to 46.6 semicolon. After that we call double r equals to math.sil and pass the variable a. Now it will calculate the ceiling value of a, that means 46.6, and the calculated result is stored in r, and we can show this variable r. So just display the result by compiling this program, close, right click, OK, that is 47.0. Now clear the screen and reopen the program again. We can add the next function floor in this program by copying this, Control C, Control V, and again Control V. First time we calculate the ceiling value, second time suppose we use floor value, FLOOR, floor, and third time we use round, OUND, round. Now there is a mistake. Mistake is that R is declared one time here. We cannot re-declare it. So we have to remove the double from here. Yes. Now double R is declared one time and it can be reused again and again. R and on. There is no need to declare again and again. A double R equals to math.ceiling. It will calculate the ceiling value and first display the ceiling value. For your convenience, give a message. This is the ceiling value. CEIL, CEIL. Now For floor, add a message floor, and for rounded value also give a message round. Now execute this program. In this program, for a same value, we have called ceiling method, floor method, and round method, and it will display the different result for 46.6. Now compile this program. There is no syntax error. Close and right click on main. OK. Now look at this. Cell value of 46.6 is 47, floor value is 46, and round value is 47.0. You can change the value to remove any type of confusion. For example, uh, if we change the value 46.6 to 46.2, now there is no change in ceiling, there is no change in floor, but there will be a change in round. Look at the output, close. Now run the program. OK, again. This 3 line is the output of first execution where the round value is 47 because the value is 46.6 and its rounding value is 47. But when we change 46.2, then these 3 lines are the result of second execution in which ceiling value and floor value are same but round value is different because 46.2 is the closest to or is close to the 46. So here output is changed. Now we see the use of ABS and min max function. First clear the output, open your program, and to use ABS method uh, you can just apply ABS and remove the rest lines from here, delete. Now A equals to 46.2, R equals to math.absa. Now the absolute value is R. It will show 46.2 because its function is to remove the negative sign. But if we add the negative sign in this variable, then now compile this program and close and run this program. It will display the result 46.2 where we have given minus 46.2. Now clear the screen and practice for min max method. To find minimum or maximum method, just we declare a variable double R equals to math dot suppose max. Now A is a number, comma, suppose one more number is there, minus 52 52.6. Now it will display the largest value between A and minus 52.6. As you know, A means minus 46.2, and change the message maximum. Now compile the program, close and run this. OK. Maximum value is minus 46.2. After comparing between minus 46.2 and minus 52.6. Minus 46.2 is greater. You can use more than two variable, but you have to use in nested form like this. Just we have declared one more variable, comma b equals to 0 or 0.0, or suppose 1.0, 1.0. Now we cannot write this a comma minus 52.6 comma b. It will generate an error because it accepts only two parameters. To do this, if you have to find the maximum among more than two variables, then we have to use in nested form like this: math.max a comma, again apply math.max, math.max. Now 50 minus 52.6 comma b, close the curly bracket. Now look at this statement. First the inner bracket will execute, and inside the inner bracket a comma math dot max minus 52.6 comma b. So first it calculates the maximum value between minus 52.6 and b, and uh, from that maximum value it compares with a, and then final result will stored in R variable and it will display it. Like this, compile the program, close. Now OK, maximum 1.0. So in this way we can use more than two variable to find minimum or maximum. Now take an example of random method. A random method is used to find the random value and there is no need of any parameter. So delete this statement and you can directly call inside the system.out.println math.random, math.random, curly bracket open and close. There is no any parameter in this method. Just compile it, close it and run it. OK, it will display a number 0.35792, that is between 0 and 1. When you run this program again, OK, now look at the output. Again a number is between 0 and 1. When we run this program again, this is the third number. That means how many times we run this program, every time it will generate a different number that is between 0 and 1. Now suppose if you want to use this method as a dice, like you used in Ludo, you can apply this as multiply with 6 into 6, because 6 is the range, and when we multiply with 6 we have to add plus 1. Now it will display a number between 1 and 6, but it is in double data type, so we have to change it in integer. And to change it in integer format, what will we do? You know that we have to use type conversion. We have just written here int. Now compile this program, close. Now run first time this program. OK, it will generate 3. Okay, run again. This time it will generate 5. Run again. This time it will generate 1. Run again. This time it will generate 2. Again run. This time it will generate 1. That means it is generating the numbers between the range of 1 and 6. So you can apply this method to create a game or anything. Okay, thank you.